Hello, everyone. We are here today with some students of first year AFI in the afternoons, and they are going to show us how you can answer to some questions that you can face up in a job interview. So with us, here we have Alberto, Adrian, Belen, and Marwa. So Marwa, for example, the questions we can have in a job interview can be questions such as, tell me a little bit about yourself. Why do you want to work here? What are your strengths and your weaknesses? Another possible question could be, describe a time when you face a challenge at work. How do you handle stress? What are your career goals? Do you prefer working alone or in a team? Or, for example, why should we hire you? And obviously, to finish, do you have any question for us? This doesn't mean that you are going to be asked all these questions, but some of them. My advice, always be honest and don't say lies, because it's easy to discover and to find out when somebody's lying. So, for example, let's start with Alberto. Alberto, could you please tell us about yourself?
I've worked as a trainee in a audiovisual company, being in charge of making sure everyone has signed his contract and that all the permits were in order.
Okay, but why would you like to work with us, Alberto?
Because I saw that this company is relatively new and it would be a real honor growing with it at the same time.
Okay, for example, here we have a very fast example of how to answer these first two questions. Adrian, for example, could you please tell me your best strength, your worst weakness, and what do you do in order to shorten it out?
Well, my principal strength is to solve difficult problems in the programming, as I studied last 2 years, of some functions and devices or softwares.
Okay, and your weakness?
Yeah, sometimes it's really difficult to me to delegate tasks since I like to make sure that everything is going okay. However, I'm really working hard for this to try to solve it.
Okay, I see your point. Thank you very much. How about if I ask you, Belen, how do you handle with stressful situations that you know that all of us now and then face them up in our work? So,
I like to take a few minutes to write everything I have to do and know why I feel stressed. This helps me to see the situation and don't lose my temper.
Okay. What are your career goals? How do you see yourself, Belen, in 5 years' time?
My long-term career goals are to learn how to deal with different administrative areas and work to be able to decide in what area I want to specialize and promote.
Perfection. Thanks so much. Okay, Marwa. How about, for example, would you prefer working? Do you prefer working alone or in a team?
I really like working in a team because we can have different ideas and experiences. This can make us have a lot of options to choose from and also make our work richer. So this can have a big influence to our work.
Okay. Have you got any question for us? Or could you please give me some good example, any of you, right? About good questions that you can make to the person, to the interviewer, that is going to be the person. Usually they belong to human resources department. In small companies, usually it's just the boss and that's it. So can you give me some example of questions that you think that are appropriate for a job interview?
Yes, of course. My question here was if I would like to know my position in the company and the departments I'll be working closely with.
Yeah, okay. That's a very useful piece of information. Belen?
Does the company have formation courses?
Okay, so for example, you would be really interested in training courses.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, Adri?
For example, asking about the company culture to know about the rules and the traditions may have the company around the year.
Okay, and Alberto?
And what would the day-to-day work be like?
Okay, any other one that you think that it could be useful?
Maybe if the incorporation would be immediate.
Immediate, okay. So, well, as you see here, we have our students who are teaching us and helping us how to be successful at a job interview in English. A big clapping for them. Clapping. Thank you.